I'll be sharing with you two new awesome micro SaaS stories. The first one's going to involve a founder who had what was quote unquote a dead product, not making any revenue, and how they turned it around in just 1 month to get $400 in monthly recurring revenue. The second one we'll take a look at is how this founder went from idea to getting their first paid users in just 4 days. So let's dive right into that first story here. It's about a product called Index Guru. It's basically a set and forget SEO tool to ensure that your site and information is being ranked here. So you can shift your SEO into high gear and index pages faster so you can rank sooner. If you're doing SEO here and you're spending all this time on the content, it's kind of one of those things, why wouldn't you use something like this? And looking at the example here on the site, you can see months of waiting for indexing, sign up for Index Guru, and voila, your pages are then indexed and they can restart receiving traffic. Currently at the time of recording, they're sitting at 81 plus users and growing. So they have auto indexing, fast indexing, and an index history. In terms of how they generate revenue, it's going to be on a monthly basis. The most popular plan is their growth plan at $9 a month, where you can index 3 domains. So they launched this product in January on Hacker News. So there were a few signups, but after a few weeks, MR dropped off to nothing, as did the traffic. And so they let this sit idle for 8 months. Hacker News can be a great way to get some initial feedback and traction, but it's going to fade pretty quickly here as the results are refreshed so frequently, and so they really didn't have a sustainable source of traffic. So in August, they came across a Twitter thread and stumbled upon a product that was strangely similar to theirs, similar theming, marketing, UI, functionality, and everything, and they were openly posting about their monthly recurring revenue, and it was launched just after a month after Index Guru. But the difference was that this other product was generating several $1,000s a month in recurring revenue. This lit a fire for them, and they realized that their product was built, ready, and idle, and it was solving a problem that a lot of people were having. So they shifted into a different gear and they started their marketing blitz. So they went and did a few things. The first one was to launch on Product Hunt. They then made comments on Reddit posts in a way that wasn't spammy, and if someone asked why they can't get their page indexed on Google, they would actually go and give them genuine answers. For example, they would tell them that the content needs updating, the page speed is slow, the sitemap needs to be submitted, and after you do all that, you should check out Index Guru. So really providing value here that people were happy to see. Then they went into selling it on Twitter. They got verified and started following everybody in that niche, responding to stuff, making themselves known, and making themselves useful. And they would comment on relevant stuff, providing actual value, not just, hey, check out my product. So if this person did end up on their profile, they could actually go and check out Index Guru organically. So if you look at the math here, if 200 people see your product, 10 people click your profile, 3 click on the site, and 1 converts, is a solid marketing strategy. They also have an existing product called Cryfi. It's a free tool for consultants and freelancers, and on every single page, they have a small native ad for Index Guru. So after going in on all that, in just 1 month, it resulted in 32 paid users and $400 in MRR. And so let's go and summarize these lessons before we move on to our next story. It's products that are basically simple API wrappers can and do succeed. Copycats and competition is valid, and there are at least 8 different products in this niche that do the exact same thing. The third lesson is that marketing doesn't need to be expensive. Put your project in your Twitter bio, respond to relevant posts without pumping up your site and just promoting yourself, provide real value, and people will be curious about who you are. And it's free traffic if they click the link in your profile. The second last tip is to use Reddit. Don't pump your site on every post. Redditors notoriously hate this and you will get banned. Provide value, occasionally link to your site only if it's super relevant. And if you have an existing platform or an audience, make sure you're utilizing that. They use their free tool for freelancers to get 5,000 visitors each month. And so because they have that, they're using it to funnel traffic to Index Guru. So this post was by Usher Cakes. I'll leave a link for this in the description below if you want to read the full one. So let's take a look at our second micro SaaS story here. This is going to involve a product called Prom Genie, and it's the only tool to make you a ChatGPT expert. So if you're always getting generic ChatGPT results, use Prom Genie to instantly generate super prompts on any topic. And better prompts lead to better results. So lots of positive feedback here. We can see lots of video reviews as well. In terms of how this generates revenue, it's going to be on a monthly subscription. at $7 a month, and there is a 14-day free trial. So let's dive into the story behind this here. They used the power of no code and TikTok, and then generated 5 figures in revenue in just the first 30 days. As for the background, they're a product manager earlier in their career, and they've been creating content in the tech AI space for the last 3 years. And their brother is their business partner, and they also have 1 employee. So they came up with the idea for a ChatGPT prompt generator, spoke to the team about the idea, and they also loved it. So they spent a few hours figuring out the prompt engineering behind the prompts when they came up their first version of the product. And they were shockingly happy with the results. In terms of the tech stack they used, it took them about 1 day to put everything together with a no-code tool. They created a logo using Canva, the front end was built using Card, they used Pickaxe for the back end, MemberSpace to manage subscriptions, and Tela for the first demo video. So that's an extremely quick turnaround there, and it's awesome to see they were able to go from idea to MVP to go and test and validate if there was demand for their idea. In terms of pricing for the product, they kept it pretty simple. Free trial for a couple days, and then $3.99 after. We just looked at their site and they've moved it up to $6.99, but the credit card was required for signups. And this was to get real signal that people were interested in the product. That makes sense because when people are signing up for a free trial without credit card, they're less likely to actually engage in the product, but you will reduce the overall number of signups. So for their launch day, they finalized everything. They were going to wait a few days to launch, but they decided just to push it out. And they decided to launch the ugliest looking product they've ever built on Friday night. And they thought if there's any signal, they can quickly move away from Card and build something better next week. That is a great mentality to have here, as they just wanted to make sure that the core problem they were solving was something people would actually sign up for. They created a new TikTok account, posted a few videos, and posted about the app on their Instagram story as well. The story had a couple thousand views, and a new TikTok account video got a few thousand views. And those few thousand views turned into near 100 website visitors, and they got 10 to 15 signups over the weekend. So after that initial signal, they migrated to a low-code model instead rather than a no-code model, and they kept posting same TikToks over and over again, and the account grew to 2,000 plus followers with 1 video going mega viral. And they were just product demos, and people still followed the account, and they grew to a 5-figure revenue in the first 30 days. They also posted it on their personal account, which helped to get more revenue. The growth has slowed down a little bit since then, which is to be expected, especially if you had some content go viral. It's hard to recreate that. They've also had high churn, similar to most AI tools and GPT wrappers, and they're looking to do a product hunt launch soon. So they repeated the lesson they've heard a million times: just ship fast. If there's value, people will tell you. They'll tell you through signing up for your process and actually paying for you or the products that you offer. To note, they also had 3 years of experience growing TikTok accounts, so that definitely played into some of their videos going viral. They have a newsletter here if you're interested, and I'll leave a link for this story in the description below. If you've gotten this far in the video, I'm sure you want to build your own micro SaaS product. There's a link in the description below where you can get free micro SaaS ideas. All you need to do is enter in your email. I also have a course on how to build your own micro SaaS if you're interested in that. You don't need any SaaS experience or any product ideas to get started. There's a link in the description below, so make sure you check that out as well. So this concludes the video. We went over 2 super cool micro SaaS stories, talking about different lessons from each. If this video was beneficial or you enjoyed it at all, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button below. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next one.